Hey there, this is Dave with another exciting episode of Fun with Moscas. What I have for you today is one that I wish I had every day, which is a nearly new Mosca Fusion. Not necessarily new, it's a 2022 model, but it has hardly any cycles. It has just under 358,000 cycles. In Mosca terms, that's a baby. So it's really nice. It's got the 800 millimeter by 600 millimeter arch, which is 31.5 by 23.5. So this will do mail trays, buckets. It's really popular with corrugated plants. It's popular with printing plants and mail, direct mailers, bulk mailers. It uses 5 millimeter strap, which is the most economical strap that Mosca makes. This has 5040C, which is the embossed clear, but it'll also run the smooth clear. If your employees have a trouble and your postmaster is persnickety of putting the strap over labels, you can go with the smooth. That meets all the clarity standards. All my mailing customers use the 5040C, which is has the bumps in it, embossed. The machine grips it, it works better. It'll also work with the white 5 millimeter, either 5040 W or 5050W or 5050C. It's extremely nice, but the previous owner, which I think was a post office, I think somebody thought if they had any problems with the machine, they should hit it with a screwdriver. So the people were tapping and had all these gouges. So I didn't have to paint the top, I just painted the cabinet, which is a pain in the butt, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I didn't do my normal refurbishment. Normal refurbishment has new bearings in all of the in the head, behind the feed wheel, the pressure wheels, the accumulator feed pressure wheel. I replaced all those bearings. At 358,000, I didn't do that on this machine. I didn't replace the heater tongue because it looks like it's brand new, and I didn't replace the fan because it runs quiet and it's like a brand new fan. Sometimes the machine will have low cycles, but everything like the fan and the heater will be worn out because they'll turn on and leave it on. This machine didn't get left on because the wires on the heater tongue are barely melted. Usually when they're old and have been left on a lot, they start to lose their color. They look brown and they look burned. This one doesn't. So it's got hardened enamel paint over epoxy on where I repainted everything. I had to paint these ends because it looked like they used a hammer to try and pound them down. I didn't need new casters, but I put them on anyways because mine are, I like to have swivel on all four corners, so swivel locking casters on all four corners. This machine really works well. As expected, one thing I usually do is test the auto feed function before I do a video to make sure it auto feeds, because it has to be adjusted just right, and I could not make this thing auto feed. I'm like, what's going on? Luckily I've been fixing these things for a while. And it hit me. That spring, it looked like the right spring, but I think somebody went up to the hardware store, got a spring to replace the feed tension arm. And the spring that was on there, I had loosened it all the way up, and the strap would not go up between, the feed wheel and the pressure wheel. The strap's got to get in between there, and if there's too much pressure, the strap can't get in, and it won't auto feed. I put the proper spring on it, and away it fed, so. Buckets, no problem. Trays, of course, no problem. This has the Mosca soft touch button so that you can do a, I already had straps on here. I wanted to do it without straps. I'll get these off. So you've got something, you can take a thin pile of number 5 or number 10 envelopes. Only has to be 10 number 10s. And you can strap them, and it just when the soft touch button is on, it just ever so slightly indents so that the strap can't slide off. You saw how I kind of had to fight to get it off on the first one. So that's a really nice feature. That makes these things invaluable to printing plants when you got to do bundles and then before you palletize them so that the pallets don't fall over. Now, one thing I like to do is to illustrate the auto feed function. Cut the strap. Machine gets to the end of the piece of strap. So at this point, you go get yourself a new reel of strap. Pop the reel, put the reel on, take off all the plastic. That's a good thing. If you're not familiar, turn the knob, push it in and turn it until it pops. When it pops, it's locked. Then take the plastic and the strap off. Some people don't know this, and I get all kinds of people that say I got defective strap, and I say you got defective strap, you got spaghetti. Oh yeah, it's kind of like spaghetti, because they screwed it up. Now this machine, once the safety switch has been deactivated, that's how you release the brake. Put the strap down the chute, over the river, through the woods. Now I like to kind of take this slack up simply because I don't want to have, I just want to make sure that the strap doesn't get up and around anything. And when it's properly adjusted, then the strap can make it up past the feed wheel, it grabs it, fills up the accumulator, and then it feeds. So a new Mosca runs about $13,300. For the price I'm asking for this, you can almost get two of these at 358,000 cycles, which is I've seen. I've got a counter on my phone from a P4 in Ohio. P4 has the same head as this, that has 39 million cycles. So we're at 1/100th of its potential lifespan. The head on these are the same as the P4s, the P5s, the TRC3s. They go forever if they're maintained, if they're taken care of. So this machine has got all of its life. This is like a 1-year-old baby as far as Moscas go. So if you have any questions, I'll put my contact info in the description. And you can find this on eBay. Do an eBay search under Mosca strapping up in the search bar. And anything that I've got will come up. If this machine is sold, I've got other ones. I've got a 9mm exactly like this, a wider strap. I've got a P5 back there, a P4, another Fusion, bunch of Fusions out there. So I got lots of stock. So if this isn't exactly what you need, give me a call and maybe I can hook you up. Thanks for looking.